A Latvian farmer named Aldis proudly admires his potato crop. In his life, nothing is more important to him than growing potatoes. At home, Aldis, who lived alone, was solving a crossword puzzle. For him, it was an ordinary evening that didn't portend anything strange. Before going to sleep, Aldis looked at a photo of his late wife. That night, an unidentified object fell on the potato field. Despite the strong shockwave, Aldis did not wake up. The next morning, he discovered that there was chaos all around. People in gas masks with Geiger counters knocked on his door. An agent informed him that due to the fall of the geodesic satellite, all residents were ordered to evacuate. Chemical and even radiation leaks were possible. However, Aldis was determined not to leave his potato crop. He was adamant in his decision and went back to the house, but one of the agents followed him and stunned with an electric shock. Aldis was deeply upset. The agents brought the man to the address he gave and left. The man told his friends about what happened. Aldis was most worried about his potato crop, as his life would be meaningless without it. The man was determined to restore justice. But a week passed, and he still couldn't get out of depression. On the same day, his friend Juris called the agents and asked when Aldis could return to his home. The agent did not give a clear answer. Aldis could no longer wait. Juris had a plan for them to sneak onto the potato field. The operation was called Summer Mushroom. Later, the man told the military guarding the closed area that he had received information about a rare type of mushroom growing there. However, the military sent him away. All subsequent attempts were also unsuccessful, but Aldis was not willing to give up. Through binoculars, they saw scientists studying an object, which the men quickly realized was of extraterrestrial origin. They were preparing for Operation Wormhole. As darkness fell, the company began to put their plan into action. Ludmila offered the soldier a drink, and he couldn't refuse. Meanwhile, the men began to make a dig. While Ludmila distracted the soldier, Aldis managed to sneak behind the fence. Since Juris could not fit through the tunnel, Aldis had to go alone. He planned to dig up as much potatoes as possible that night, but the mysterious extraterrestrial object kept him busy. Aldis decided to take a closer look and knocked on the ship. Suddenly a door appeared in the shell. Aldis went inside, and seeing an alien, began to resent. He didn't like that his potato harvest was suffering because of the extraterrestrial guest. It turned out that the visitor was wounded. He started copying human speech and became interested in the bag of potatoes. Aldis decided to treat the alien guest to his harvest. At that moment, the alarm sounded. As soon as the alien ate the potatoes, all his wounds immediately healed. A few minutes later, the spacecraft took off, preparing to leave the planet. Seeing this, the agent was furious. Aldis, Ludmila, and Juris were detained. The agent told them that now humanity had missed the chance to make contact with extraterrestrial intelligence, all because of potatoes. The agent didn't notice how the potatoes started to levitate in the air.